Negril is a small but widely dispersed beach resort town located across parts of two Jamaican parishes, Westmoreland and Hanover. Negril is just about 1 hour and 15 minutes drive from Sir Donald Sangster International Airport, in Montego Bay. Westmoreland is the westernmost parish in Jamaica, located on the south side of the island. Downtown Negril, the West End cliff resorts to the south of downtown, and the southern portion of the so-called 7 Mile Beach are in Westmoreland. The northernmost resorts on the beach are in Hanover Parish. The nearest large town is Savanna-la-Mar, the capital of Westmoreland Parish. History. The name Negril is a shortened version of Negrillo, as it was originally named by the Spanish in 1494. The name is thought by some to be a reference to the Black Cliff south of the village. Another theory holds that because there was a vast population of black eels along Negril's coast, the Spaniards called the area Negro eels, which was shortened to Negrillo and then to Negril. Although Negril has a long history, it did not become well known until the second half of the 20th century. Negril's development as a resort location began during the late 1950s, though access to the area proved difficult as ferries were required to drop off passengers in Negril Bay, forcing them to wade to shore. Most vacationers would rent rooms inside the homes of Jamaican families, or would pitch tents in their yards. Daniel Connell was the first person to create more traditional vacation lodging for these flower children, when he set up the first guest house in Negril, Palm Grove. The area's welcoming and hospitable reputation grew over time and the first of many resorts was constructed in the mid to late 1960s. The first hotel in Negril was the Yacht Club by Mary's Bay on the West End. When the road between Montego Bay and Negril was improved in the early 1970s, it helped to increase Negril's status as a new resort location. It was a 2-lane paved road that ran approximately 100 yards inland from two white coral sand beaches, at the southern end of which was a small village. The long paved road from the village ran north to Green Island, home to many of the Jamaican workers in Negril, and was straight enough to double as a runway for small airplanes, which was why there were lengths of railroad track standing on end along the side of the road, to discourage drug smugglers from landing on the road to pick up cheap cargoes of marijuana. After Negril's infrastructure was expanded anticipating the growth of resorts and an expanding population, a small airport, the Negril Aerodrome, was built in 1976 near Rutland Point, alongside several small hotels mostly catering to the North American winter tourists. Europeans also came to Negril, and several hotels were built to cater directly to those guests. Geography and ecology. The geography of Jamaica is diverse. The western coastline contains the island's finest beaches, stretching for more than 6 km along a sandbar at Negril. It is sometimes known among tourists as the 7 Mile Beach, although it is only slightly more than 4 mi in length, from the Negril River on the south to Rutland Point on the north. On the inland side of Negril's main road, to the east of the shore, lies a swamp called the Great Morass, through which runs the Negril River. Within the Great Morass is the Royal Palm Reserve, with protected wetlands and forest. In 1990, the Negril Coral Reef Preservation Society was formed as a non-profit, non-governmental organization to address ongoing degradation of the coral reef ecosystem. The Negril Marine Park was officially declared on March 4, 1998, covering a total area of approximately 160 km2 and extending from the Davis Cove River and the parish of Hanover to St. John unregistered trademark South Point in Westmoreland. Scuba diving and snorkeling are especially good in the protected reef areas. The West End Road is also known as Lighthouse Road, as there is a Belgian-engineered lighthouse protecting seafarers from the dramatic cliffs. There is beautiful scenery on this western tip of Negril, near Negril Lighthouse. You can mingle with locals at beer shacks like Sexy Reeks's and others out west. Negril today. For years, Negril's beach been rated as one of the top 10 beaches in the world by many travel magazines. The beach's length is the stuff of legend, so it is actually little more than 4 miles in length, but tourists and travel writers insist on the 7-mile label. The north end of the beach is home to the large, all-inclusive resorts, and to the south are the smaller, family-run hotels. This combination gives the Negril area a large variety of rooms, services and prices. South of downtown Negril is West End Road, known as the Cliff area, which is lined with resorts that offer more privacy. These areas offer easy access to waters good for snorkeling and diving, with jumping points reaching more than 40 feet high. Many vendors and shops are located around the beach resorts, however they are predominantly located on the south end of the beach where there are fewer all-inclusive resorts. It is reported by one British newspaper that white women of middle age visit Negril in search of what they call the Big Bamboo. That Negril is still fairly underdeveloped remains a significant factor in its undoubted charm. This may not last, as a new highway from Montego Bay and an improved infrastructure may bring more tourists. As a result, more hotels and tour operators continue to develop the many attractions in Negril. See more attractions and excursions as well as airport transfer here, too. In recent years it has also become a popular location for U.S. college students to visit during spring break or just a regular vacation in Jamaica. Negril has some quality local accommodation for those that want to live closer to the people. Recent developments such as one for the road backpacker hostel at the Judy House on Westland Mountain on the west provides clean cheap rooms for world and island travelers. The last few years have seen major development along the famed beach. The resorts include Couples Swept Away, Couples Negril, Sandals, Beaches, Samsara Hotel, Legends Resort, The Grand Lido, U Palace Tropical Bay, U Club Hotel and Hedonism 2. The world-renowned Hedonism 2 resort celebrating its 33rd year as one enduring hotel resort which has been saved from bankruptcy and remains a unique place of adult fun. A branch of Jimmy Buffett's chain restaurant and bar, Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, and a duty-free zone have also been added. Notable appearances in media. The early development of Negril as a resort is featured in Ian Fleming's 1965 novel The Man with the Golden Gun. One of the schemes of the novel's antagonist Francisco Scaramanga was to open an hotel called the Thunderbird on the beach. See also, List of beaches in Jamaica, Resorts, Beaches Resorts, Negril, Idlewild Resort, Home Sweet Home Resort, The Oasis Resort, Xtabi Resort. Notes. References, Banana Shout by Mark Conklin, Fusion Press. First edition. ISBN 1-928704-73-5 Walk Good, Travels to Negril, Jamaica by Roland Raymer, Trafford Publishing. ISBN 1-55369-871-1, How Stella Got Her Groove Back by Terry McMillan, Viking. ISBN 0-670-86990-2, The Naked Truth About Hedonism 2 by Chris Santilli. ISBN 978-0-9662683-3-1, The Republic of Pirates by Colin Woodward. ISBN 978-0-15-603-462-3, External links, Aerial view, Negril information, Negril notes, Negril travel guide.